Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into the 10-star KIZUNA clash against 6+ Magellan with teams that do not use any of the new batch. We are not using Shiryu as a friend captain, and basically we're getting it done with as little support help as possible. So hopefully these teams help you guys out. I totally understand that a lot of people don't have access to Shiryu friend captains, but if you do have access to Shiryu friend captains, I do have a separate video that utilizes Shiryu as a friend. Now, ideally, you want to try and find Shiryu friend captains because you do want to try and max out these boxes. You do have to get to box 6 to pick up the Magellan skulls, so you do really want to max out as many gains as possible for your assists and your own runs. Now, you can use the suicide strat, as I mentioned earlier. Use them for your own runs. You can basically just find a Magellan friend captain, jump in with any team, and you're off to the races. But for your assists, like I said, if you can find Shiryu friend captains, you can utilize those teams. But today, we're focusing on no new batch at all. Hopefully, it helps you guys out. And if it does, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. With that said, let's dive on in. Alright, so the first variation is the quick variation, and we are running double ace. That's the team. We have one support. Let's dive on in. Now, this particular support, it is free to play. A lot of people should have this particular character. You can pick them up in this VV up in the friend point pools. You can pick her up in the regular rare recruit pools as well. She's now in there. Or you can pick her up from the story mode. I feel like a lot of people have this particular unit, so I didn't really feel bad about utilizing her. Plus, you can replace her with any support that is going to give Nami a matching orb on the final stage. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it gives Nami a matching orb, you can utilize that. The rest of the team, they don't use supports. We're running double ace here. Double ace is great. Because he can actually extend the orb buff, but you realistically only need to run like one ace. However, if you don't run your own ace, then if you only run your own ace, you are going to have to deal with the captain swap on turn 2. Sadie's going to captain swap you to your middle right. We have the verse Luffy in this particular slot because he is going to remove the bind on the final stage. We're going to bink one of the aces specials because he's going to extend the orb buff so we can carry it into the final stage anyway. Not that it really matters too much though, because we have 2 aces and we have 2 orb boosting units regardless. But we get a full bottle of orbs here. It makes it very easy to kill Sadie, and we're off to the races. On the final stage, we are going to get that bind on our top and bottom row, which was why Luffy works so well. On death, Sadie he's actually going to special bind your captain. It's only your captain. I thought it might be both captains, but it's only your captain, which we're going to remove with Nami. Now, you do have a special limiter for 3 turns because you're above 50% HP. If you're below 50% HP, you don't have to worry about it. As you saw, we used Arlong on the previous turn. Arlong actually took care of the defense up. He took care of the stun, all that fun stuff too. And now with Luffy as captain, we can take care of the bind. Yamato's going to take care of the special limiter, and we're off. We're pretty much good to go. If you guys do not have Yamato, you can basically replace her with like Shirohoshi Mancherry V1. They're a free spirit character, so they're getting cooldowns. And if you guys don't have Verse Luffy, you can just replace Verse Luffy with Luffy Yamato, or any captain that is going to buff free spirit characters that can also remove bind the captain. The best one that I can think of off the top of my head is Ace and Luffy Ace or Ace Yamato. Like those are the 2 best ones that I can think of. But if you do use Ace Yamato, you have to replace Ace as well. So like that makes it a little bit challenging. Nevertheless, if you have to replace one of them, you pretty much have to replace the other 2, because you're just going to find it a little bit hard to find replacements there. We do have the treasure map Nami, level limit break 5. She takes care of the special bind. She takes care of the orbs for us. She gives us a full board of rainbow orbs, as we do need to basically remove all type orbs or Wano orbs because there's very annoying unfavorable slot multipliers as well as attack down multipliers too. Onto the Dex variant now. We are utilizing double INT Luffy. So all of the anniversary Super Sugos coming back once again, being boosted for the regular KIZUNA. I love that they do this. I love that they make them boosted for every single KIZUNA. It makes the anniversary characters just that much more illustrious, and this is why we scream at you guys to make sure you save enough gems to pick up all of the anniversary characters, as they are all very, very powerful and very, very good over the next couple of months. But we are utilizing Luffy in this particular team. As for the subs, we have 6+ Lucci. He's a terrific unit to get around the defense up. We have the free-to-play Brook and free-to-play Sanji. Terrific characters that pretty much everyone can get maxed out at the start of the game. And then we have Kid Killer. Now, Kid Killer, they're kind of just replaceable with any chain boundary unit, to be honest. Doesn't matter what you guys use, just literally replace them with any chain boundary, and you will be absolutely fine. As for Lucci, he covers burn, he covers defense up, so you could replace him with another unit that can remove maybe defense up, or set defense to 0. And then utilize like the chopper support on Luffy to get around some burn. Because you do get slight with burn on turn 2. There's also a perfect barrier for 2 turns for 6 perfect. So that's why we want to use Sanji here. Saji's going to take care of this barrier very, very easily. His double special activation is going to remove 2 turns of it. And then we can just utilize a Luffy special and super type or super EX. So that way we get type advantage and we get a 4-turn orb buff plus a full border matching orbs. With that, we can literally just single tap and we can just easily kill. The burn's not an issue. We have so much HP, we have to worry about it. And on top of that, we're going to remove it on the next turn with Lucci anyway. On the final stage, you get Despaired. There is Resilience, Threshold, and Defense up. Also, you get normal attacks only. And if you're above 50%, you get that Despair, which obviously Luffy takes care of. To take care of the Threshold and the Resilience, we have Brook. He's not getting boosted under Luffy, but at the end of the day, we don't really care because he's literally doing so much for his team by taking away both of those debuffs, and he's very, very accessible. If you guys don't have Brook maxed out, just like Sanji, you need to just go do that for free, as the double special activation will be required after level 31 to remove more Threshold and more Resilience. As for the rest of the team, we have a base stat booster with Luffy or Lucci. We have Orbs, we have Chain Boundary, we pretty much have the works. We have Type Advantage too, but unfortunately, none of our units have Type Advantage here. Finally, we have the INT Variation, and this one's a doozy because we're actually utilizing double Momo, so we're getting some EXP games too. Love that for us. So rocking double Momo and a full slasher team so we can get the full effectiveness of Shanks. But if you guys don't have Shanks, don't stress, you can replace him with the free-to-play Hiyori, or you can utilize the free-to-play Ace. Both of those characters will work in the spot of Shanks. So if you guys don't have him, like, don't stress. Shanks is obviously going to give you more damage, but don't stress if you guys don't have him. Now, this particular team, it doesn't have that much damage in it, mainly because it's a very annoying damage limiter. Now, I was going to look at sort of running like a Momo Zoro hybrid team, which you definitely could do. So that way you can build up the Enma gauge and just kill in one turn. And that way you don't have to worry about the damage nullification. But look, hybrid teams, they can be very, very annoying, very, very finicky. So I thought, let's just put together a double Momo team, and then later down the line, if we do find level 30 plus, we might look at sort of tweaking the team and doing another video there. But it is a regular Kizuna. Like, very rare you're going to get past like level 35 with these assists. As you guys saw there, I used the super type of Momo on turn 1. You want to use the super type of Momo because on turn 2 you get a full board of poison orbs. There's also resilience. And then you get an orb lock. Now, obviously, Momo, with his orb lock on turn 1, with the auto proc, you can save pretty much all the Wano orbs except for 1. So that way, you're going to have a full board of Wano orbs on this particular turn. You're going to carry the attack boost that Momo gives you as well, and the end of turn damage, so you don't have to worry about the resilience, and you just have an attack boost basically ready to go. With that, Momo's basically just done his job. Like, he's done. Like, he doesn't need to do anything else for the rest of the team. He's basically done everything that we need him to do, so we can just move on to this final fight, with now him having type advantage, so he can actually hit really, really hard. On the final stage, there's that 90% damage limiter. If you're above 50%, you have to deal with a territory, and your captains get special bound. Now, we don't need our captain special anyway, so we're absolutely fine. To get around the 2 turns of special reverse, we do have a Kiku. She's a free-to-play Kizuna, free-to-play unit. Free-to-play Kizuna, free-to-play unit. Good talking stump. You can pick her up in the Kizuna shop or just replace her with anyone else that can give you 2 turns of cooldown. That's going to work out nicely. To remove the poison, we have Shiryu. He also gives us color affinity. And then we have Shanks here to remove the territory, give us a weakening effect too. And as you guys will see here, we can hit pretty hard with Momo, taking down that 90%. On the second turn, though, the enemy is going to do a 99% HP cut and put up damage nullification. So you do need to remove that, and that's where K-Dad comes into play. K-Dad is going to remove that super easily, and then you can basically just kill wham bam, thank you ma'am. So that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.